Well, interesting start to my morning. Let's see here. My coffee maker broke, so today we're going to do some instant Toaster's Choice coffee. I used to get a lot of MREs, military MREs, and every time I'd open one, they came with these awesome instant coffee. We're going to give that a sec before we stir it here to break down, but these actually don't taste too bad. Not as good as real coffee, because this is obviously freeze-dried coffee, but it's actually not too bad. When your coffee maker breaks, nice to have these as backup. Alright, what's going on, guys? So, let's talk about this, the miniature flying DeLorean. So, before, as you can see, I've torn it all down again. I've ripped it all out. I still have the original job. We're getting ready to remove more plastic to make this as light as possible. I just got done, finished reinforcing the tire braces so that those stick out good, but they're not attached by too much. And then I got a whole bunch of super glue here to do some fun stuff with it here. But, it still looks like a DeLorean. I did remove the motors now from inside the tires. And we're going to do a little more work on those holes and hopefully get them in a little better shape. I need to repaint these headlights. We're going to go ahead and put yellow in there so you can actually see them. And but the custom paint job seems to be holding up. But as you can see, I've removed the old quad inerts. I've got all the motors, the batteries, the everything, the charge port. Here's the old pad body that I had in there. So that's all junk basically at this point, but I never throw quads away when I work on projects. I keep them just in case there's something I want to do later on with another project. I like to keep all my stuff, so we've decided to scrap this idea. It did fly, but not as well as I wanted it to. So we're going to go inverted like I originally discussed. We're going to put the motors down instead of up on top of the body and see if that makes a large difference. I have chosen the quad that I want. It is an MJX X902, inverted motors and a smaller flight board, weighs less. So the objective now is to take as much plastic as I can out of this, and the only way I thought I could do that was to get a Dremel, so I went ahead and ordered a Dremel with some sanding tips. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a flashlight behind this so I can see exactly how thick this plastic is while I'm sanding, and I can tell right before I'm going to break through the plastic on the other side. That way I can get a really, really, really fine sanding job on this and remove until it's almost paper thin. And then it should have no problem picking it up, and it should still be able to keep its structure. But that's a pretty cool design, huh, guys? I know you like that. So I removed it. The next thing here now is going to be to take as much plastic off of this as we can. Again, this is going to be our second attempt at that, and then we're going to put inverted motors. So that's going to be exciting, and I have a feeling at that point it will be flying with inverted motors. And unfortunately, we had to scrap the original idea. Like I said, I was going to go at this until I actually got it to fly good, and then I will be the only person in the world with the world's smallest flying DeLorean. I've seen big ones. I've never seen a tiny one like this. So this has definitely been taking some time and effort into this. I probably invested over almost, I want to say, 30 hours at this point. And I'm now revamping the idea and starting over, so we're already 30 hours into that small project there, and I probably have another maybe 18 to invest in it. So I did order the MJX X902, and I'll go ahead and put a picture of that here on the right-hand side of the screen, so you guys can see what it's going to look like with inverted motors. We're going to yank that board out, and then I'm trying to design a simple way to replace the motors if I need to and leave the board in there and replaceable batteries. So that's going to be the next big thing. I got to get that battery to fit in here and the circuit board right in the middle of the quad. So that's going to be another interesting one because the circuit board's designed differently than this one is. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge, but I think I can do it. Once I remove more of this plastic and get as much out of here. Now this doesn't weigh much right now. Like this is basically pretty light. Weighs about as much as maybe a lighter, a little more than a lighter does. So, but that's still too heavy. I need to remove a ton of plastic, and as you guys can see, there is a ton of plastic still to remove. So as soon as my Dremel tool comes in, I've been waiting for it. It should be here maybe this week. end of next week, and then we'll be able to go with this project. But then I'll still be kind of on hold because I had to order that quad from China. I want to say GearBest I purchased it from, so we're going to have to wait on that. But I will have the world's smallest flying DeLorean. So, count on it. Today, I'm bringing this male JST connector down to my buddy and a 14 dBi for his advanced controller, and we're going to do a little signal testing. Stock out of the box, he was having some real reception issues, which seems weird for the advanced controller. So we're going to try that one first, and if that doesn't work, then we're going to do the Dustin Dumal 14 dBi that I bought for mine that I didn't use, and neither of these I've used. But the advanced controller comes with a patch antenna like these, so I figured we'd try some different ones and see which one works best on his advanced controller. I'll get back to you guys and let you know. But this is the update on the world's smallest flying DeLorean, and it will be flying. I will make sure that this does fly, and I may even go to the news and tell them about it and see if they would want to do a small story on my channel or cover this this small DeLorean. We'll see. Never know, right? Stranger things have happened. Well, that's it, guys. I'm Drone Worship, and I'm out. Toodaloo.
Give yourself to the dark side.